You are hiking with Jenny on the Appalachian Trail. It is day 26 and I just left Hot Springs. Today I'm hiking about 11 miles to get to the Spring Mountain shelter. And I'm a little sad to leave Hot Springs because I really enjoyed my stay there. I can definitely see how people can take multiple 0 days there and get vortexed because it was a fun place to be. This looks like it was blasted, probably to clear a path through here. Iron Horse didn't come with breakfast. But I had a really nice room because my room had the jacuzzi tub, which is a little bit pricier, but I loved it. I had a good soak last night and this morning too, actually. So that felt really nice. For the price, probably the lodge was a better deal, but the Iron Horse was really convenient to everything. It was right downtown, so I didn't have far to walk home last night from the brewery. Yesterday, a lot of people decided to take zeros that weren't originally planning to take zeros because of the control burn that's happening in like 6 miles. I think they're done today, but for a while, part of the trail was closed, so if you wanted to go forward, you had to do kind of like a road walk around it, and a lot of people weren't willing to do that, so there's a fair number of us, I think, that are hiking out today and trying to get to that first shelter, which is the Spring Mountain one in 11 miles. So I think there's going to be a lot of people at camp, which is not a bad thing for me since I have the hammock. It's also going to be pretty much all people that I already know and I've been hiking with, so it'll be a good group. And Lone Star and I are finally like back in sync. We kind of both went over our planned itineraries and they matched up almost exactly for the next 3 days. So it sounds like I'll at least be camped with him for the near future. Wanted to give an update about the homeless guy that I saw yesterday that was camped out in the shelter. He's well known to be, like, he does this thing a lot, I guess. Last I heard yesterday that he was being dealt with. So for better or worse, you feel really bad for these people because I don't know, you don't know what their story is or whatever. Like, maybe he has no place to go. He seemed nice, at least. That's what everybody says. But, you know, I don't know, you never know. The whole situation was uncomfortable. I did have another late night last night editing and talked to Brian on the phone. So, didn't sleep the greatest last night. Actually, probably just didn't get enough sleep. Also woke up at like 1 in the morning just because it was really hot. There wasn't really a way to control the temperature in the room. Hey, Hot Springs. I've passed so many people that are doing a Sobo slack pack today, and I'm so jealous. Apparently there's a shuttle and it's, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks, and they'll shuttle you 10 miles up the trail and you can leave all your stuff behind and slack pack south back to Hot Springs, stay there another night, and then they'll shuttle you back to that spot 10 miles up the trail to continue north tomorrow. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That would have been so nice. But oh well. Ooh, a bench. These are pretty rare on trail. On far out, it says, you pass by a dammed pond with stagnant and unappetizing water. Doesn't look too bad though. At least not right now. Beautiful. I feel like I'm just walking on a country road right now. And maybe that's what it is. Definitely looks like you could drive on this. Making pretty good timing today. I'd say I'm going about 2 miles an hour. Pretty good pace. It helps that the terrain has been pretty easy. It's been pretty flat, even though there's been ups and downs. There hasn't been like, you know, rocks or roots or anything like that. Of course I say that, and now I gotta climb up these stairs. But that's all right. So I've been able to go pretty fast. I'm hoping, well, I'll probably get to the shelter by like 4. Oh wow, look at this. This is the control burn area they did yesterday. It's all ash. Whoa. This was all on fire earlier, like yesterday. You could see the smoke rising up. And some people who were going southbound this morning said that they could see it still smoldering in spots. But it seems to be out now. But you can smell it. It smells like, you know, burnt plant life. I don't know how they're able to get it so low and it doesn't, you know, climb up very high on the trees. Yeah, this whole area was impassable yesterday because of the control burn. But luckily they were efficient with it and they got it open today. I think having that 0 day really helped with my energy level, my muscles, even though I didn't really sleep very well last night and I was up late editing videos as usual. Here's a spot that's still smoldering over here. Kind of looks like there's more smoke through the trees over there. So I wonder if they're doing another one or if that's just left over from yesterday. This is so vast. You can see the only kind of like brown line and all of the ash is the trail. Whoa. I think I'm almost to the shelter. I don't quite see it yet. I think it's like a 1/4 mile. I made pretty good time today. It's like 3:19. I left at like 10. So I think I went over 2 miles an hour. Oh, we see some bear cables, so that's a good sign. Means we're pretty close. Someone's got their food up already. I'm editing this a couple weeks later and I realized I didn't really fill in any information about camp and what happened and what was up with that rock. Okay, so when I got to camp, it was extremely windy. And so basically how the shelter was set up, it was like directly in the path of a wind tunnel. And I tried to set up my hammock by the shelter. The stakes ripped out of the ground and I lost 2 of my stakes. So what I ended up doing was I set up higher, actually, like higher up on the ridge was less windy for some reason. And so I was able to set up there, but because I was short 1 stake because I always carry 1 extra stake. So what I had to do was I had to tie the 4th line to a rock, and that held it. But that was a really rough night, and I didn't record anything because I was basically just scrambling to try to get my hammock set up. That was some of the worst weather I had experienced on trail. And I'll probably explain more about that in tomorrow's video. But for now, thank you for watching and happy trails.